I'm super excited for tonight. I have a list of questions that y'all have given me, as well as some things that I want to cover myself. And I just want to talk about the answers to all of your questions, talk about some things that y'all, that I think would be helpful for y'all to know, things like how to sign customers, how to sign distributors, but not just like this message post, but like literally how to seal the deal. And I'm going to share my phone screen with y'all too, so I can show you how I can go through a specific conversation with someone and show you how exactly I talk to people and how simple it is. So I'm going to actually find that conversation before we get all the way started. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's just start with the questions, and then in the questions I'm going to kind of talk about some of that stuff. Okay, so if you want to take notes, if you're a notes person, you might want to go ahead and grab some paper and stuff, and if you're not a notes person, that's okay. I am recording this video, so you can watch it again. All right, the first question is how to balance following, unfollowing, posting, messaging, and this question is from a newbie, I think, that asked this, and I know as soon as you join this business, it can kind of be just a little overwhelming sometimes of like all this stuff that you feel like you have to do or things that you have to remember. And so one thing that I just want to remind y'all of is just to keep it simple. Don't feel like you have to have like everything together, that you have to have like this perfect system, or that there is like a perfect system out there, because there's not. Just find what works best for you, and so I can kind of share with you what that is for me. But the biggest thing for following and unfollowing is just using apps. And so I use Cleaner app for unfollowing people, and let me see if I can go ahead and share my screen with you, and I'll show you how to use it. There's also a video on our team page. Be sure to use that for lots of tips and ideas, because I pretty much have a video on just about everything on our team page. If you have a question about an app or whatever, there's probably a video on it. Okay. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. So this is the Cleaner app right here in the top left-hand corner. So if you go to the Cleaner app, you're going to load it, and it's going to show every single person that follows you. And so then you can get on here and do quick select, advanced quick select, and if I'm going too fast, remember this is on the team page too. Select non-followers, and then it's going to process all of those, and I'm going to actually exit out of that because I already did that this morning. And so once it does that, it's going to take a little bit to process, which is why I just exited out of it. But once you do that, then you're going to go and it's going to say, like it's just going to load, and then up here, do you see at the top right hand corner where it says actions? That will now be white, and you can click it, and it's going to say unfollow and then some other different stuff. But you click unfollow, and then it's going to say like start now, add to cloud queue, add to local queue. You click start now, it's going to unfollow 200 because that's the maximum batch per hour. So unfollows 200 people, and then you just add it to your local queue. So then you can go down here under settings, and you can do pending queue. Did y'all see where I went under local actions right there? Just go to pending queue and look up at the top. I have 1,791. That's from today. And now I can click actions and execute. And then it's going to do 200 of those. And so what that does is it just unfollows for me so that I can have more followers than people that I'm following. Because if you go and follow somebody, or if somebody's following you and you go and look at their profile and they're following 7,500 people, but they only have 300 followers, are you probably going to follow them back? Probably not. You know, it's just like something that we pay attention to. And so you always want to have less people that you're following. And when you start growing your network so much, there is a maximum amount of people that you're allowed to follow on Instagram, and that's 7,500. Once you've followed 7,500 people, it will no longer let you follow anyone. And so if you're keeping up with that and unfollowing people every time they don't follow you back, then you're going to get below that number so that you have room to follow more people, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's how I unfollow. So don't feel like you have to like go through that like and figure out, okay, well, let's see, like let me write down this person's name, they unfollowed me. Okay, this person followed me. Let me unfollow this person. Like you don't have to keep track of that. That's why we have these apps, and they kind of do all the heavy work for you. And all you have to do is just learn how to use them, and we have tons of that stuff on our team page. I do set up my Like as soon as that cleaner, because it's got 1,700 people in there right now in my queue, and I can unfollow 200 at a time. So this morning I ran out of people to unfollow, so I had to add more people to my queue. And then I'll just go through every now and then whenever I think of it, and I'll just go and unfollow. So somebody asked me if I unfollow daily, and I try to, but I don't always remember. That's something that I actually write down in my notebook and in my planner, and as long as I can remember to write that down, then I'll know to do it at least once. But then if I'm like sitting in line at, you know, in the drive-thru at Starbucks or whatever, and I'm like, oh, let me go unfollow people, like I'll just do that. Or if I'm on like a phone call or something, I'll put it on speakerphone. I'll just like click the button so that it unfollows people, and it just does all the work for me. The next thing is for following people. Let me share my screen again. I use the Captivate app to do that. And again, there is, there is a video on our team page for how to use Captivate. And you can use Captivate to unfollow too. But I just use Captivate, and then I use Cleaner. Okay, well, apparently this doesn't want to let me get in, but there is a video on how to use Captivate, so just go to that on our team page. You can just go in and search for keywords on the team page, and so Captivate's a good one to search. And basically, you just find people either through people that you're following or people that are in your suggested or whatever, and you can go and follow people that like their posts or people that follow them. And by doing that, you're going to grow your network. And Captivate actually has something called a cloud queue. I think it's like $5, and it's a one-time payment of $5, just so worth it. And it will it'll follow for you anytime that it's able to. Like, even if you don't have the app open, like it'll follow for me in my sleep. It will follow for me like while I'm at Bible study. It'll follow for me right now. So Captivate's perfect, and that little update is just buying the cloud queue, and it's $5. So that's how I do following and unfollowing. I want to show you how to set up your post for the next day. So I'm going to have to go back to her message. So, all right, so if I click this button down here just so that I can like set up my posts. Do you see this up here where it says manage 3? Those are my drafts that I have set up already. So if I go and click this and I click next, I already have my caption in here for tomorrow or whenever I want to post it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is being super slow. I don't know if it's because I'm sharing or what, but okay. So I'll click this little plus button in the middle, and I'll find a picture that I want to post either tomorrow or whatever, and I usually set these up every night. And so, okay, so I'm going to do this picture of coffee, and I already brightened it up and I edited it. So I'm going to edited it, and I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to type in my caption, blah, 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 love my keto coffee, fat burning coffee, blah, blah. All right, then I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to click the back button twice, and then boom, it says save as draft. I'm going to save it as draft, and then it's going to go right back up there with the other drafts. So now I can go through and I can post that anytime I want to, and that is how I post every single day, even if I have such a busy day and I'm like, there's no way I can fit in time to write out a post. I can sit down for 15 minutes with no distractions tonight before bed, which I do every night, and I write out all of my posts. So if you have kids, wait till your kids are asleep. If you have school, wait till your homework is done. And go through and set up your posts, and I promise it will change your life, because you can't message without posting, and you can't post without messaging. They go hand in hand. If you get a message from someone, you're going to immediately go back to their profile and see who they are and what they're about. And if you're messaging them about the products, but you never post about them, they're going to be like, what is she talking about? You know, but then if you're posting isn't asking. And so you have to go and reach out to them and actually message them as well. So hopefully that makes sense. So I go through as far as messaging. A lot of people try to overcomplicate that, and they're like, how do I write down everybody's name who I messaged? You don't. And if you are, please stop, because you're wasting so much time doing that, because it's so unnecessary. You don't have to write down everybody that you talk to. So this is going to be a bad example because I messaged all these people today. But let's say that I go through and I'm like, okay, this person right here, let me see if I've messaged her. I'll go to it. Oh, I messaged her already. Okay. And by the way, look, she didn't message me back. Happens to me too. Okay. So then I'm going to go to the next person. Oh, I haven't messaged her yet. Just pretend. I haven't messaged her yet. Okay, so now I'm going to message her. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to message this girl. And I'm going to message this girl. And then this girl. Like, I'm just going to message people. And all I do is I go to their profile, I send them a message. Look, there's a lot of people that haven't responded to me. So I just keep messaging people, because here's the thing. People don't respond. People will read your message and just leave you on read. And then sometimes they will come back to you and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I really want that keto coffee. And I'm like, well, I messaged you 3 months about it, 3 months ago about it, and you totally ignored me, but I'm so glad that you're ready now. And that's why you continue to post about it and talk about these products, because people are still watching you. Even if they ignored your message, they're still watching you. So while I'm here, wait, oh no, this is later. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so I want to show y'all what I use, because somebody asked me, how do I stay organized? And so basically what I do is whenever I talk to people that day, I write their name down. So like last Monday, because I haven't written my names down yet for today, but for Monday of last week, this is everybody that I talked to for the first time ever. And so I write their name down and I just highlight the people that are potential distributors. So that on Sunday, I can go back and look at this whole entire week and I can see like, oh, those are all the people that I need to ask if they want to come to the online party. So if you want to take that tip, you can. That's something that's been good for me to help like realize like who I'm supposed to invite, like who I talk to about the business. So that's what I do. And so today's Monday, so I would write down everybody that I talk to. And if it's from Instagram, I'll write down like at their Instagram name or like whatever their Instagram name is, or if they're from Facebook, I'll write FB by that so that I know where I talk to them. And then I can just go back and follow up with them that way. Did I talk about follow-ups later on? Yes. Okay, I'll talk about follow-ups later on. But that's what I do as far as like keeping up with who I'm talking to. And then how do I stay organized? I just have another planner. So I have 2 of them, which sounds complicated, but it's not for me. I just have one planner full of contacts, and this planner is my to-do list for the day. Super simple. And then I just get all that stuff done. And I sometimes like will write out like number and order the importance of which things I need to do first to make sure that I get the most important things done. That way, if I can't get everything done during the day, at least the most important ones have gotten done. So that's the answer to the first question. The first question was kind of long, but the second question is, what do you do when you feel like no one around you believes in you? And so you start to think that same thing too. You do personal development, but some days you just start to think that you can't do this too because they keep telling you that. Okay, so the first thing is you have to be confident in what you're doing. Bottom line, you have to be confident in, number one, this business, and know that this business works, that network marketing works. Network marketing is how 80% of the women that are making over $100,000 a year make that money, is through network marketing. And as someone who's been able to do that at the age of 23, I know that that's true. You can make over $100,000 a year doing this business. And so you have to just be confident that this industry works, and then you have to be confident that this company works, and so if you're confident in this business that you're in, and you're confident in yourself and your ability to be successful because you know you're not going to quit, you know you're not going to give up, and so if you're confident in that, those things that they say to you are going to rub off because you're not even going to be thinking that in your own head. So an example, if you, today, if I went to a coffee shop with a friend and she, came and sat down and she was like, Morgan, your hair is green. I'd be like, no, it's not. That's so weird to say. Why would you say my hair is green? It's not green. But then if I went to coffee with a friend and I had gone swimming for the last 3 days in a row and the chlorine and I hadn't washed my hair, and I started to think oh my gosh, I wonder if my hair is green. And that person came and sat down and said, oh my gosh, Morgan, your hair is green. Then I would immediately be self-conscious, right? Why? Because that thought was already in my head. I wonder if this works. I wonder if I really can do this business. And if you do not allow those thoughts in your head, when people say things to you, you're going to be like, okay, like, you're so weird, my hair is not green. But if you already have that thought in the back of your head that your hair might be green, then somebody says something about it, you're going to immediately be self-conscious of it. So don't even let that thought go in your head that you may not be successful. And so you have to be confident in what you do. And if your friends are telling you that you're not going to be successful at this, like you've been doing this for a while and they just keep on telling you like you're not going to be successful, whatever, you need new friends. And I know that that's like not what y'all want to hear, but sometimes your friends are jerks and they're not gonna want to see you succeed and be successful at something. Why? Because number one, they're not, and it's hard to see somebody go after something that they want whenever you've spent your whole entire life building up a case for why you can't have that. And so then they see you going after your goals and they see you being successful and they can't handle it. And I'm not trying to be ugly, and I don't know, what your friends are saying or whatever. And my friends were really ugly to me whenever I joined this business. And thankfully they got, they kind of came through that and they've now apologized to me and they don't say anything ugly anymore, but they did for a while, like really, really ugly things. And I just didn't listen to them because I did not care, because number one, I knew they weren't paying my bills. Number two, they're all still, in jobs that they don't love. Like they went to school for 4 or 5 years, got a job in their degree, they're $60,000 in debt, and they go to a job that they hate every single day. So not that their job, not that their life is worse than mine or mine is worse than theirs or whatever. I'm just saying, just because that's what they choose to do doesn't mean that's what you have to choose to do. And you don't have to go with the norm. You can choose to be different, and that's not going to be something that's always celebrated. So go and do whatever makes you happy. And if this business is something that you want to fight for, don't listen to somebody that tells you that you can't do it. Surround yourself with positive people, because you are going to be who you surround yourself with the most. Like, you're going to become that type of a person. So if you're around all this negativity, then you're going to start becoming negative, whether you want to or not. Whether you're naturally a negative person or not, you're going to become that way. And your income is the average income of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Did you know that? So I'm just saying, not saying that you have to go find all new friends. I'm just saying, if your friends are not there to support you, you should ask yourself if they are truly your friends. Because a true friend is someone that, whether they do this business with you or not, they support you and they love you in the decisions that you've made. And the last thing is, if it's family, you can't choose your family. You're still in that family. I don't think that you should cut yourself off from your family, but I think that you should go to them, and you can do this with your friends too, and just say, I love you, and I have respected your decisions, whether I've agreed with them or not, and I'm asking you to do the same thing for me. This is the decision that I've already made, and I would love for you to respect me in that. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you choose to join me or order from me, that doesn't matter, but I'm asking that you respect this decision that I have made to better myself and my life and my family. And this isn't something that's potentially harmful for me, so I don't feel like you need to protect me from this, but I would love for you to just be supportive and encouraging, please, or just don't say anything about it. And if you go to them and you say that, and if you do it in the right way, they're going to understand, and hopefully they will not say those comments anymore. And if they do, again, you just have to be confident in what you're doing and get loud about your goals, and then go and freaking crush those goals. And they're going to see, like, dang, that girl just said that she's going to pay for her gas with It Works money, and then she just did it. And then she said she was going to go buy a car with It Works money, and then she went and did it. And then she said she was going to quit her job because of this business, and then she went and did it. And I did that over and over again, and I posted about those things, and I told my friends I was going to do those. I posted about it on social media. And they saw me accomplish all those goals because I was loud about it. And I told them before it had even happened that that's what I was going for. And then they started to support me because they saw that I was serious and that this was really working. Number 3, how do you balance being on vacation and working at the same time? Okay, to be blunt, I balance it the same way I balance eating on vacation. You're not going to go on vacation and just stop eating. Eating is something that you do every single day. It's routine. So make this business the same exact way. It's so routine that it would feel weird not to do it. And I'm not saying that you should work 24/7. I'm not saying that you should go on vacation and not enjoy it and sit in your hotel room and just work this business. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying, though, is that you don't have to choose one or the other. And it's not always about balance. It's about blending, right? So you can blend this business into your vacation. So examples of that. I do I like wrote down on my notes what I do. And this is exactly what I do because y'all know I go on vacation 1 or 2 times a month. And I'm always traveling. I'm always going to different places. I'm leaving on Thursday to go to Florida for green carpet. And so I have a power hour every single morning before whatever activities I have that day. So if my activities start at 8, I start my power hour at 7. If my activities start later in the day, I'll wake up about 8 o'clock and then I'll do my power hour till 9, and I'll enjoy the rest of my day and I'll work a little bit here and there in between. But I always set aside about an hour of time, whether I'm home or in Europe or in Florida or in Texas or wherever the heck I am. I set aside that time. And here's the deal. I do that because I remember this business is the reason that I get to do those things. So why would I go do those things and then stop working my business? If I stop working my business, then I'm not going to be able to do these things anymore. So I know that in order to do one, I've got to do the other, and they're so hand in hand that I don't want to miss that, right? I see a lot of messages come in, so I don't know if they're like questions or what, but I'm just going to scroll down later and look. I just want you all to know that I'm not ignoring you, but I'm so ADD, I can't look right now. But so every morning before my activities, I do a power hour. I message and respond to people throughout the day. So my team's texting me. I have potentials asking questions. And so I'll just text throughout the day. If I'm laying on the beach, I'm going to read a self-development book or a personal development book, or I'm going to listen to headphones and I'm going to listen to a podcast, or I can work my business in text and I can post a picture about how I'm on the beach and I'm making money from my phone. And this is so simple. And who wants to do this with me? I blitz people. So if you don't know what that is, it's just a way of saying I talk to people in person about the business. So I'm talking to my waitresses and they're like, oh my gosh, like, what are you in town for? And then I'll say something like, I'm not from here. Like, what's the best thing on the menu? And then they'll usually say, well, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from, I live in Michigan, but I'm here on vacation. We're actually here for, whatever it is. And then I'll mention something about the business and I'll just casually bring it up and let her start asking questions. And then I'll ask her if she loves her job, and we'll just get into these conversations. And I've literally signed up customers, distributors at restaurants, and gotten people's contact information. I've added people on Facebook, and I'm still enjoying my vacation. You don't have to choose one or the other. But there are people who are waking up every morning praying for something different, and then they go to their job at the restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and who so happens to be there but you? And you have your, smile on your face, and you're so excited and all this stuff. And they're like, why are you so happy? Like, why do you love your life? And you tell them, and they're like, I've literally been looking for something like this. And you get to be the answer to that prayer. And if you're not talking to people and opening your mouth because you're either nervous or because you're on vacation and you don't want to work on vacation, that's being selfish, because we have the most amazing opportunity to share, and we would be selfish not to tell everybody about it. So I blitz people. And then at night before I go to bed, I always write down the names of the people that I talk to. So I'm not on the beach carrying this planner. I don't carry this planner with me throughout the day. I don't have this planner with me. It stays pretty much on my desk or just like on my couch in my living room. So I keep it at home. So what I do, if y'all didn't see this earlier whenever I was looking through my pictures, I'm not going to share my screen because it takes a second. But if you look on my screen, look at all those screenshots. So whenever I'm out and about, and like I was getting my nails done earlier today, so I was like sitting there getting my nails done and somebody replied to my message, boom, screenshot. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to write down everybody's name that I talked to for the first time today in this little planner right here. So go and do that every single night. And again, make it so habitual that it's weird that you don't do it. Like if I go to bed without writing people's names down, it just feels weird. I'm like, well, I forgot to do so. It's like I forgot to brush my teeth before bed. Like, it's so strange that I didn't write those people's names down. So I don't even think twice about it whenever I'm on vacation, or it doesn't matter where I am. I go and do those things. And so you have to make it a habit now so that it becomes a habit there too. Let's see, what's another thing? I set up my posts, even if it's just like a caption. So I showed y'all how to set up posts earlier, but sometimes, this is funny too, what I do, you have to get really creative sometimes. So the next day, like let's say tomorrow, I know that I'm on vacation, or I'm doing whatever. And I know that I'm going to go do, I don't know, bike around the beach. Okay. So I'm going to go bike around the beach with my family. And so I don't have a picture for that yet, but I have a caption that I know what I'm going to say. So I'm going to go to my notes in my phone. I'm going to write out a caption that's like, today we went biking around town. It was so fun and blah, blah, blah about my family. I'm so excited because I have the freedom to do this because of this business. I'm able to make extra money. This is never something I would have been able to do without It Works, whatever it is, yada, yada. It's in my phone on my notes. The next day, we go and ride the bikes. I take a picture. I edit the picture, and then I copy and paste that caption and put it with the picture. It took me like 30 seconds to take the picture, edit it, and post it because I already had my caption made, even though the picture wasn't there yet. So go do that. You have to think smarter, not harder. So I do that a lot too. Car rides. Work in the car rides. Listen to music, jam out. You can't really do much in a car besides sit there and talk and listen, and you can talk and send messages and copy and paste over and over again. You can do that. And so then it just becomes weird not to do it. It's just so habitual. All right, so then this other part of that question was, what's the best way to build your following? So I think we already talked about Captivate and following people over and over again. And, you may follow 500 people and you may get 150, 200 people follow you back. I don't really know what my ratio is, but let's just say 150, 200 people. Then you're going to use Captivate to unfollow those people who didn't follow you back. And then you're going to do it again. And you're going to keep following people and following people. Some are going to follow you back. Some won't follow. Some will follow. And then you're building up. That's 300 people. You do that twice. That's 300 people that are now following you that you're able to build a connection with, a relationship, and you're able to message them. So that's how you build your following. But I think beyond that, the biggest thing is to keep that following. So how do you keep those people from not unfollowing you? Number one, they will. Okay, so it's okay if they do. Don't freak out. Don't pay that much attention to your numbers and be like, oh my gosh, 2 people unfollow me today. Like, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. People are going to follow you. People are going to unfollow you. Sometimes it was on purpose. Sometimes it was on accident. Don't get too obsessed with it. But that we have to do what we can to keep them following us. And so I think the biggest thing for that is to, number one, choose your brand. And it's super simple. What I mean by that is, like, right now, what I'm posting about is I'm getting married. I have a dog. It's a golden retriever, and I love coffee. So those are like the 3 things. Like, if you go to my page, you're going to see those 3 things in like the first few posts on my Instagram, because I love coffee. I have a golden and I'm getting married. And so I'm talking about that. And so people that have a dog, are getting married or engaged or dating seriously, or who love coffee, are all going to relate to me. And so that I'm going to build my following because they are seeing my posts that are very relatable to them. It's not all about It Works, but guess what? I love coffee and you love coffee, except my coffee burns fat and it's way cheaper than yours. And that's how I'm going to start. I'm not going to post that, but like, I'm talking about how I love coffee, but my coffee is better than just coffee. It's like fat burning coffee. Who doesn't want that? And so I think you need to make sure that you post relevant posts. And I do not mean politics, and I do not mean stuff about borders, and I do not mean anything like that. I just mean something that's like relatable and like relevant, like funny memes and things like that. Nothing that has anything to do with something that's going to be negative or positive. Yeah, definitely positive, but not negative, or like something that's going to be controversial. Don't post those things. You want to make sure that you're very kind of neutral on social media, because nobody cares what you think about those things. I know you think they do, but they don't. And there's never anything good that comes out of that. So keep everything very positive and keep it relevant. And so that's one thing to use to keep those people following you. And if you're only posting about It Works, and if you're posting ads, people are going to unfollow you, because even I don't want to see that. And I do It Works. So like, I want to see who you are as a person. Where do you like to go eat? If people are following me for like 2.5 days, they should know that I love Mexican food, right? So like, because I'm posting about that all the time. It's like they know things about me and they feel like they know me. And so they want to keep following me even though we've actually never met. Then another question was, what do you do whenever you feel like everyone is saying no? And I'm going to be super blunt, and you might not like what I'm going to say and how I'm going to answer this, but if you think that every single person is telling you no, you're not talking to nearly enough people. Because if everyone was telling you no, that would mean that 7.6 billion people just told you no. And everybody's not telling you no. I know it can feel that way sometimes, and I get that. I have days where literally people just like you, I mean, you saw, people just didn't respond back to me. People didn't message me back. And people will message me back and be like, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks. Like I had like 6 of those in a row today, and I was like, what the heck? But guess what? I did not message every single person. I did not message every single follower that I had. I did not message every single person on Instagram. I hadn't even messaged on Facebook yet. So not everybody is telling me no. And if you think that everybody's telling you no, you're forgetting the people who have told you yes, because I know for a fact that there are people who told you yes today, but you're just choosing to focus on the people who said no. And so you get to choose where your focus goes, whether it's to the positive or to the negative, because if you think that everybody's telling you no, okay, and I don't want you to do this and make it a habit, but if you think that everyone is telling you no, I want you to try this exercise. If you feel like everybody's telling you no, next time you message, I want you to count to 20 no's in a row, okay? So someone not replying back to you doesn't count, and then someone who says yes starts it back over at 0. So count up to 20, and if you get 20 no's in a row, come text me. Give me a call, FaceTime me, I don't care, but you're not going to get 20 no's in a row. You're just not. People who don't respond don't count, and people who say yes start it over at 0. And so if you really think that everybody's telling you no, I want you to do that exercise, and I guarantee you're going to realize, oh, I was focusing on the negative, or I was not talking to nearly enough people. It's one of those two, because everybody's not telling you no. People want the products that we have. People need the products that we have, and they can't get them anywhere else. So we're with the best company ever. We don't sell makeup that you can get at Walgreens or Walmart or Sephora or Ulta or on Kylie Jenner's website. We don't sell Tupperware that you can get at, the grocery store. We sell products that you cannot find anywhere else. And you're going to tell me that everybody, 7.6 billion people said, no, I don't want coffee that makes me burn fat and get skinny. There's no way. So just know that we are in the right company and that we have the most amazing products that are so affordable, by the way, and that will help people lose weight. It's not just for guys. It's not just for girls. It's not for just young people. We have something for everybody. So people are going to want to know what we have. People are going to be interested, okay? So I just want to encourage all with that. Number 4, how do you know where to place distributors? Okay, this is a good question. And if you're someone who doesn't really have a big team yet, if you're just kind of getting into this business, if you haven't maybe ever signed a distributor yet, or you've only signed like maybe one, not only one, but like you've signed one and you don't have like this massive team, I want you to hear what I'm saying, but I don't want you to get overwhelmed and I don't want you to get confused, okay? Because some of this stuff you're not going to really understand just yet because you're just not there. Like you just haven't gotten a chart out that big, right? So hear what I say, but don't like freak out if it doesn't make sense or get confused or allow it to overwhelm you. So where to place distributors? Number 1, you place for your promotion, right? So you're not going to place under someone who doesn't need a distributor under them for you to be blocked in for a promotion. And blocked in for a promotion just means that you have the distributors in the right spots where you need them on your chart, but you just need the volume and you need everybody to have 400 group volume and then you'll promote. So if you're blocked in, you have the people that you need, just not the volume. So you want to first place for a promotion. And what I personally do is I place for the promotion, but I place in the promotion boxes first. So like I'll sign somebody and I'll place them in the Ruby box. Let me see if I have a chart that's like blank, and I really don't think that I do, honestly. Well, I have a double diamond chart, but that's going to be terrifying for some of you. One second. Well, all right, so I'm just going to draw one really fast. Okay, so if I have a Ruby chart, and you're going to have the Ruby up here. All right, and then they have an executive. Ruby chart. Okay, so this right here is the person that's the Ruby, so we'll just say Kelly. Okay, so I sign up Kelly. She's going to go right there. Okay, this is someone underneath me, by the way. So this isn't my ruby chart. This is, let's say I'm going for diamond and I need a ruby, okay? So this is Kelly. And then I sign up, I don't know. I'm really bad at making up names on the spot. Alexis is the first name I saw. Okay. So I sign up Alexis and I'm going to put her in the promotion box here. Okay. And then you just keep on going. So then I sign up Allie. I'm really bad at this, y'all. Okay, so then I put Allie here. Well, so let's say I put Alexis in this box and she actually doesn't do anything. She's one of those kidnappers, like we like to call them, kidnappers, and they just kind of join, they get a kit, and then you just never hear from them again. So let's say that happens. I can always take Alexis and I can just move her over here because she doesn't actually really work. So we don't want her in a promotion box if she's not working. So I can just take Alexis and just move her over here. And then I sign up Angela. And I can put Angela in that box instead. And Angela's working so hard. And then she signs up a distributor. Then I sign up another distributor and I can place it under Angela. What that does, and again, if you don't have a big team and this confuses you, do not get overwhelmed. This is just for someone that's actually trying to get blocked in for like emerald and diamond right now. So this is kind of a more of like a leadership-ish type question. But it's good for newbies to know too, as long as it doesn't overwhelm you. So what that then does is makes every person that's a promotion spot on your chart, you're personally enrolled. What does that do to your check? So you want everyone in those promotion boxes to be your personally enrolled. If they're not, that means your team is duplicating everything that you're doing, which is also great. So don't get caught up in like, well, let's not build this person because they're not personally enrolled. I'm just saying if you're building a chart really fast and you're just placing people everywhere, place in the promotion boxes first. And you can move people around if you need to, just like we did with Alexis, and put Angela there. If you need to do that, you can. But put people in the promotion boxes first who you think could be a good leader. And I'll talk about that in a second. So the number 2 thing is do this, place like this. Okay, let that be your goal. But guess what, guys? It's hit or miss. It's like Russian roulette. Like you never know if it's going to work out or if it's not going to. Sometimes I place people in a certain spot and I'm like, oh crap, why did I do that? Like I should have put them here, or like, dang, this person would have been such a good leader over here. I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have put them there, you know. But the thing is, the cream always rises to the top, and the more personally enrolled people that you have, no matter where they're at, is always a good thing. Okay, so don't get caught up in like, crap, this person should have been placed over here, this person should have been over here. Well, they're not. So we're just going to move on. We're going to make the best of it. We're going to help every single person equally, so it doesn't really matter necessarily where they're placed. But if you wish that you would have put somebody there for that promotion, just learn from that mistake and think, okay, well, what did I see in them before they signed up or when they signed up that I need to start looking for in the next person I sign up? And like you see those qualities and you're like, that's a leader, that's who I'm going to put here. And so then you start to learn, oh, this is what a leader looks like whenever they're starting to join, or, you know, this is like a person that's not really going to be super serious because they won't even message me back. You know, I keep trying to get them to respond and they haven't messaged me back in 3 weeks. And like, they keep telling me that they're going to sign up and then they don't sign up. And, I mean, you know, I had that too. And sometimes they end up being a really good leader, but then sometimes they end up being just a kidnapper and they just join and they don't really do a whole lot. And that's okay. So it's just going to be hit or miss, and it's just learning and trial and error. Number 3, go with your gut for promotion boxes versus 400 boxes, because sometimes your gut's right. And the longer that you're in this business, the longer that it will be right, or the more often that it will be right. I've built a lot of diamonds in the time that I've been in this business. And whenever I say I've built diamonds, I just mean like I've helped people go diamond, whether I've placed under them or not. I've shown them how to get there. And in doing that, I've made a lot of mistakes, I didn't know. There's literally no way to know. How are you going to know somebody's going to be a leader or not? You think that they are, but they turn out to not be. That's okay. That happens. Like, you can't know. You're not a fortune teller. But, you know, I've placed so many people in the wrong spots, and, like, you know, placed a leader under another leader, under another leader, under another leader. And then on this side, I didn't place anybody who stayed. And so that's happened before. And the longer that I've been in this business, the less that actually happens. And the more I'm like, this person goes here, this person goes here. And guess what? Another thing I do is I pray over where I put people on my chart. I will literally, and that may sound dumb to some of you, but I will literally take a chart. If I just don't know where to place this person, I'll just say, God, like, show me where to put this person. I don't know where to place this distributor. You know where they need to go. You know whose leadership they need to be with. You know who they're going to connect with and who they're going to be friends with. Please show me where to put this person, and he will. Just like reveal, like, you'll just get a name that pops in your head and just go with that and go with your gut with that. And I, you know, have recently started building a whole new leg for me to go presidential. And everybody that I put in those leadership spots, leaders. Every person I put in a 400 box, like, they're rising up to be leaders too, which is great. And they don't know where they're at. They don't know if they're a leader or a 400 box, because I'm treating them all the same. I'm helping every single one of them earn these $1,000 and $5,000 bonuses. But what I'm saying is the more that I've been in this business, the less that's happened, that I've, like, misjudged, like, oh, they're really going to be a great leader, versus, like, they didn't do anything, you know? So you're going to start seeing those leadership qualities. So pay attention to those. Whenever somebody joins and they are a leader, think about why they're a leader and start looking for those in the next person. If you see that, put them in a leadership box. And if you see characteristics that they have that, like, 18 people on your team who quit do, maybe don't put them in a leadership spot to be your diamond for your double. Maybe that's not the best place. So anyway, but give everybody a fair shot. We're treating everybody the same. We're not treating a diamond like a diamond and a 400 box like a 400 box. We're treating them like a person who joined this business to change their life, and they get just as much of an opportunity as everybody else here. They get just as much help as everybody else. And they have just as much of an opportunity to succeed as anybody else. So that's what I don't want you to do, is to look at somebody like whatever box they are on your chart, because I did that, and I know that makes me sound like a horrible person, but whenever I was a diamond, I did do that, and that was a mistake that I made, and I don't want to see my team make the same mistakes, because that cost me going double for a very, very long time, and it caused a lot of people to quit because I wasn't giving them the help that they needed. I was just kind of doing the bare minimum because I didn't need them to be something else, which sounds horrible, and I don't think that now, but back then I was like, well, I don't need you to be, you know, a diamond. I really only need you to be an executive. So, like, I'm going to answer your questions, but I'm not going to really pour into you that much. And that's an awful way to think. And that's, you know, probably makes me sound horrible, but, you know, we're all prone to being like that. And I just want to really caution y'all against that. So as much as charting is important, place people where you feel like you need to place them. Go to a leader, come to me and ask me, you know, hey, this is what I think about this person. I don't know how they're going to be, but I feel like they might be like this. Where should I place them? And I'm more than happy to help you. Any of your diamond leaders are happy to help you. And if y'all have a question, come to me. I don't know everything, but I'm happy to give you my 2 cents. And we can see how it turns out. But the last question is follow-up strategies. So for following up, like I said, I have my planner, and this may not be what you do, and that's okay. Everybody has a different follow-up strategy, but people ask me what mine was. So I take this planner, and today's Monday. So I'm going to count 2 days back, and that's on Saturday. And I'm going to go follow up with these people that I talked to on Saturday. And I'm going to do that every single day. So tomorrow is Tuesday. So I'm going to go back to the people I talked to on Sunday. And I'm just going to send them a simple message like, hey, girl, are you still interested? You know, if not, that's okay. Just let me know, because I will take you off my follow-up list. I would hate to bug you. Just something super simple like that. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. There's tons of follow-up messages, examples, and stuff on the team page under scripts. So go check that out too and find whichever one works best for you. But please tweak it to make it sound like you. If you send them a message that doesn't sound like anything that you've sent them so far because it's scripted by me and the rest of it was typed out by you, they're not going to know if you're genuine or not. So make sure that everything sounds like you. So I just follow up every 2 days. So 2 weeks ago, then 2 months ago. And then obviously, just like I said, the 2 days ago too. So Monday, so today's Monday the 16th. So I'm going to go back to Monday the 2nd, message everybody I talked to then, and then go back to 2 months ago on May 16th and check in with those people. I will make a list too of like on my to-do list. Like if somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to sign up on such and such day, I'll write their name down. And then at the end of, or like on a Monday, so today I did this, and I'll go back to last week and I'll go find, so I highlight mine, which you don't have to do this either, but I highlight the people that said they were going to order and sign up in purple. And so I'll go back to them on Monday and I'll go back to my last week enrollments and I'll go back and I'll say, hey, I haven't heard back from you. All my spots are filling up. So if you're not still interested, that's okay. But I need to hear back from you today and let you order if you are still interested, because I can't keep holding your spot or something like that. Or just say, are you still interested? Like, I know you haven't responded back to me, but please respond back to me and let me know if you're interested. I'd really love to help you get your product started, whatever you want to say. And so I'll go back to those people that are, that said they were going to order last week. So I try to follow up with people pretty quickly too, and you don't have to wait for 2 days. If you feel like you had a really good conversation with someone today who you thought was going to order, but they just didn't quite order today, write their name down for tomorrow. And if you're a phone person, if you don't like the paper deal, which I do, but if you don't, then just on your calendar, like your phone calendar for tomorrow, write down that person's name and then go in tomorrow and you'll get a reminder on your phone and then go message them and say, hey, I know we talked yesterday about the blank product. Are you still interested? I'd love to help you get your order in today. I'm helping a few more girls too, whatever it is. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you how to enroll a customer. I'm going to show you how stinking simple it is. And this is an example of a girl I signed up yesterday. 1 second. So I messaged this girl just like I messaged everybody else. And a ton of people today did not message me back. And that happens. But then some people do message you back. And so this girl, I messaged her yesterday. And I said, hey, I was wondering if you wanted to be a 90-day product model for me. This is a script that's on our team page. I was looking for a few people right now. I came across your page. I think you'd be absolutely gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. And I gave her an honest compliment. And I said, you get a huge discount for helping me out. Would you be interested? And she said, hey, girl, could you send me some details? I sent her the same message I sent everybody else. And I just said, of course, because I'm adding something to it. If she had said, thank you, I would have been like, you're so welcome. Or if she said, what are the products? I would have said yay. So they're all Natural Works products, blah, blah. Give her a list of a couple of them and ask her which sound best so far. She said probably the hair, skin, and nails or the wraps. So I send her my scripts on both of those products, also found in the team page. I love those. The wraps tighten and tone your skin, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, I love the hair, skin, and nails. And then I sent my before and after pictures. Guys, this is so huge. And if you don't have your own before and after pictures yet, use mine, but be using the products now so you can get your own ASAP, because it's going to be even better coming from you. But right now you can say my friend Morgan or my best friend Morgan or, whatever it is, and let them know this is somebody that and you know her name, you know who she is. These are her real results. So I sent her those pictures. That's something that has helped me seal the deal so much, is so that they can visualize it, because if you just tell them stuff, they're going to be like, okay. But if they can see it, they're going to be like, dang, that's awesome. So she said, I definitely think I want to do the hair, skin, and nails. All right, cool. So here's what the 90-day challenge is. Because I told her it's $33 when you do the 90-day challenge. And then she said, I definitely want to do the hair, skin, and nails. I said, this is what the 90-day challenge is. Sound good? And she said, sounds good to me. Can I get your number? That easy. Are you interested? Yes. Here's a list of products. And then they tell you what they're interested in. Here's the info about all of those. Here's the before and after picture for every single one of them. Oh, I want these ones. Perfect. This is what the 90-day challenge is. Sounds good. What's your number? Then I texted her. Oh, sorry, let me do it 1 second. So then I said, oh, it says it didn't deliver, but it definitely did. I said, hey girl, it's Morgan from Insta. How are you? She said, I'm good. How are you? I said, I'm good too. Thank you. I'm so excited to help you order your hair, skin, and nails. And I always say that. I say, I'm so excited to help you order. And then I say, that script right there. Yeah, I just need the highlighted portion or the highlight info on the portion of the order form. I'm placing orders right now so I can get yours. I have one discount spot left. Be sure you're giving both the billing and shipping addresses if they're different. And then I send her the, order form. And so that's what I do for every single person that wants to sign up. And then she immediately sent me all of her info, and then I placed the order for her on my eSuite. I sent her a confirmation picture and said, all right, I'm all done. This is what I said, thank you so much for letting me help you with your journey. I'm so excited. I'll text you in a few days. And then I follow up with my customers 2 days after they order just to tell them thank you again. And then I do 2 weeks later or around a week and a half and just say, did you get your package? Because I want to make sure that nothing happened with the shipping. They say yes or no. And then I text them again before their third order runs. And I just say, I'll show you. Sorry, this is taking a second. Okay, so then I say, hey girl, so glad you're loving your It Works products. I was wondering if you'd be interested in being a 90-day product model for our new keto coffee, chocolate greens, or stretch mark cream, or our wraps to tighten and tone. Basically, any products you haven't tried yet. Would you be interested? I'd throw in $50 It Works cash your way at the end of it just for helping me out. What is that? Our $50 shopping spree whenever they order for 6 consecutive months. So we're asking, do you want to do another 90-day challenge after you've already done a 90-day challenge? What is that? 6 months. So now the company is going to give them $50 on their customer account towards free products. And so then you can let them know, I'll give you that $50 if you're wanting to do that. Now, I have so many videos, again, shocker, on our team page that you can go check out that have all of these tips on them and have all these scripts on them. There's videos, there's me putting these in the comments, there's posts about it, there's scripts about it, there's so many things. So please make sure, if you haven't noticed yet, use the team page. Everything I'm telling you right now pretty much is on there. So utilize that because it's on there for a reason, because it's something that I do that helps me, okay? So sealing the deal, the biggest thing is just making sure you follow up with people, because follow-up is huge. People are not going to sign up right the first time that you ask them to. Think about back whenever you signed up as a customer or distributor. Did you sign up the first time someone reached out to you or the first time you saw a post? No. So it's going to take people some time, and so you have to know that it's going to take that follow-up. We always say the fortune's in the follow-up, so make sure that you're doing that. And whenever you follow up with people, you can just keep it super simple and just say, hey, are you still interested? The biggest thing that I've been telling my newbies lately is get a date from them. Do not ever, 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 I don't care who you're talking to, no one under any circumstance needs to end a conversation by letting the other person they're talking to, the potential customer, say, I'll get back to you. I'll let you know. No. That's not how this works. They do not let us know. So the biggest thing, number one, you can either say, okay, perfect, I'll check in with you tomorrow and see what you're thinking. Or, if there's I just have to think about it. Okay, I'll check in with you tomorrow. I don't know, it's kind of expensive. I'll have to check back in with you. Okay, sounds great. When's a better day for me to check in with you? We are checking in with them. We get paid to check in with them and follow up with them. It is not their job to follow up with us. And guess what? I'll let you in on a secret. They're not going to. They're not going to ever message you back. They're going to say they're going to get back with you, but they won't. So you have to follow up with them. So either get a date from them of when they're going to get paid. If they're like, well, I have to get paid, I'll let you know. Okay, perfect. What day do you get paid? I'll go ahead and go in and reserve you a spot. I get paid on Friday. Perfect. I've got you in, and I'm so excited. I will text you on Friday. That is professional. So don't think that you're being pushy. You're being professional. If somebody came up to you and did that, would you be like, you're going to check in with me whenever I get paid? No. You're going to be like, okay, cool, sounds good, thanks. You're not going to care, right? But you have to lead the conversation. That's your job. So your job is to either sign them up or get a date from them, okay? So that is what I want your goal to be whenever you're talking to somebody. All right, let me check out the chat. Holy moly. Unfollow daily. Instagram blocking me from messaging people. Okay, so one way that you can get around that is using text replacement. So you can go into your settings on your phone and go to General, then go down to Keyboard, and then click Text Replacement. And you can set up text replacement. with all of the scripts in there. So let me show you what I do. All right. So if I'm going to a new message, I'm going to click. So if I'm messaging somebody on Instagram, right, I'm just going to do this because that's my text replacement. I just do KKM. I don't know why. It's just because it's like right here by the enter button. And it's just like down in a straight line. And I don't ever type that on accident. So that's what I send. And then I send it. And so if I'm clicking KKM, enter, KKM, send, KKM, send, then it's going to automatically do that over and over again. And it's not going to catch me copying and pasting, and it's not going to block me. Another thing, so like people say they want hair, skin, and nails. I do It Works, hair, skin, and nails. 90-day challenge. How do the wraps work? Boom. All that right there. So all of these scripts are in the team page, but that's how you use it so that you're not getting blocked, okay? And also, you're welcome for showing you text replacements. Literally the best thing ever. I was quoting You're a Badass. Amen. Let's see. Yes, April, exactly. Whenever you love something, you just talk about it. So fall in love with this business and you're going to talk about the business. It's just going to come out naturally. Same thing with like talking about the Lord, talking about working out or whatever you love to do. Let's see. I'm just making sure that Sally Sue. Okay, sorry. I'm just making sure that there's no questions. Do you have time that you just step away from your phone? Yes, 110%. That's why I'm saying, like, you need to have that specific time where you have those power hours, because if you're able to do that and just have that hour that you're spending on this business, then you're able to go take your dog to the dog park and not have your phone with you. You're able to go to the beach where you don't have any reception and just not be on your phone and just truly spend time with your family. And you know that you have worked your business too. You don't have to choose one over the other, but you can't just pick one of them. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just have this business and you can't neglect your business completely. So you have to find that balance and that blend, and however that looks for your life. But if you have these power hours, side note, we have these set up every single week, same time, same day. So check the team page for those. You can literally spend that hour, sometimes 2 hours on your phone working this business, being intentional, no distractions, no Netflix, not while you're, up hanging out with your kids. Like, this is like, babe, take the kids. I'm going to sit down and work, and this is an hour of intentional focused time. Maybe it's 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, because you don't have a whole hour. But when you do that, you're going to get so much done, and you can just respond throughout the day, and then you have that opportunity to put your phone up. I do that all the time. That's why I don't respond to y'all for like an hour sometimes, or 2 hours, us. She said that the newbies are wondering where I place them. Do you unsend and resend your follow-up messages if they read or don't reply or come back up with a new one? If it's on Instagram, I usually will come up with a new one, or I will just ask them or be like, I noticed that you liked one of my posts about the coffee. Like, are you interested in that? I know we talked about hair, skin, and nails before and you never really replied, but I didn't know if you were interested in maybe the coffee now. Or I do say the prices right away whenever they are talking about a specific product, but I don't send the prices with the original list of products. Why? Because they're going to pick the cheapest one, not the one that they really need. How do you know if they have a shopping spree? They get on their 6th month, and they can log into their loyal customer account and they can see their perks points. Also, we have a new eSuite update coming that's going to show us our loyal customer perks points, and perks points are what you get 10% back on every order in the form of perks points, and every perk point is $1. So let's say you buy the wraps, that's $59, you get about $6 or 6 perks points. That means $6 towards free products that you can use after your 3rd auto shipment, and they do expire 30 days after they turn off their orders. I was going to ask for a date. It is automatically in their customer account. Text replacements is not an app. You go into your settings on your phone, and you go to keyboard or general, then keyboard, then text replacement. All right. And yes, they do have text replacement. Elisa knows how to use it. I do not. I can ask her. I don't know if she's on here. Yeah, she is. Do you want to like write in there how you do it, or you can just post it on the team page later? I don't know if she can hear me. She has 5 kids, so I honestly. Oh yeah, there you are. Do you know? I found you on the screen. Do you have text replacement, right? You texted me the other day and told me that you found it. Do you want me to unmute you, or do you want to like write it out in the team page or something for how to use it? She's typing. She posted it on the page. Okay, perfect. So if you go into the Dare to Be Diamond page, you can type in those keywords, maybe text replacement or Android or something like that, or even type in her name, and then you can find all of her posts, and you can find the stuff that talks about Android or text replacement or whatever you're typing in. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully all of your questions were answered. I did look at every single question that was asked, and I tried to answer it to the best of my abilities. So hopefully this was helpful, and I'm so glad that we just kind of got to chat as just our team tonight. That was super fun. So be sure that you're getting your teams on these every single week. I swear you're going to notice a huge difference in your team as a whole if you're getting them on these consistently. And I'm super proud of y'all for leading by example. And this month is only halfway over. Y'all, we still have a whole entire half of a month left to totally crush this. And so I know so many of y'all are going for promotions and bonuses and goals, and I'm so excited for you, and I'm cheering you on. If y'all have any questions, please know that you can come to me, go to your leaders, ask about that stuff, and please use the team page because it's there for you to use that if you need help. So love y'all very much. We have a power hour tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. If you want to get up for that, it's Eastern time. So go ahead and hop on. The ID is the Zoom ID, the meeting code is the same as what it is right now. So 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So all right, love y'all. Bye, guys.